Welcome to my kitchen. I'm Chris. This is my friend Bella. We're going to show you how to make a really special, delicious treat today called peppermint bark. We're actually going to make peppermint bark and then a second kind of bark using leftover Halloween candy. So these are really sweet, delicious treats that make great gifts. Bark is simply some type of chocolate that is melted down, then spread out on a pan to cool and topped with some kind of delicious treat and then broken apart in random pieces. So for ours, we're going to use this almond bark. It comes in a package like this. Here's one that is milk chocolate. This one is vanilla or white chocolate. And I've already taken it out of the pan and broken it into chunks. I'm going to go ahead and put it in my heat-resistant glass bowl to melt it. And I'm going to put it over a pan of simmering water so that it melts gently and it's ready to go when we need it. If you need more instructions about how to melt chocolate properly, please see my other video on chocolate-dipped Oreos and strawberries. And now we can start to prep our toppings while that's melting. So for the peppermint bark, we're just literally going to use peppermint candy. So if you could unwrap a few more peppermint candies for me, Bella, and we're going to put them in a Ziploc bag. So peppermints just like this work great, or if you have leftover candy canes from Christmas, that works great too. You don't need that many, just a handful of them. And then put them in a Ziploc bag, zip it up. And then this is the fun part, you get to crush them. So put them on a safe surface here. This is a meat mallet. It comes with a sawed side and a smooth side. Use the smooth side or it'll poke holes in your plastic bag. And then if you have any frustrations to get out, here you go. And you just kind of randomly crush them up. Go ahead, Bella, you can do it. Okay, let's check it out. You want them not powdery, but you don't want really big chunks either. So that actually looks pretty good. So let's let that one sit until we're ready for it. And now let's prep some other candies. This is literally leftover Halloween candy. If you could unwrap a few of these for me, I'll chop them up into random pieces. We've got Whoppers, like little malted milk balls, Reese's cups, and Take 5 is some kind of candy bar. Go ahead, you can unwrap some for me and just put them on here, and I'll chop them up. Just a random chop. Oops, these things like to roll around, so be careful. Awesome. I know, right? Hershey bars. Just random.
You need more?
Yeah, a few more. Just a mixture. And whatever kind of candy you happen to have left over. If you have M&Ms, those look pretty. Any kind of chocolate things. And it really is a great way to use leftover candy. It's like repurposing your candy.
Is that good?
It's awesome. Okay, maybe one more. Let's do one more, Take 5. There we go. Now our mints are ready, our candies are ready. As soon as our chocolate is melted, we're ready to form our bark. See that? So Bella, I think I'm gonna hold the bowl up and you can use the spatula to sort of spread it out on my wax paper lined cookie sheet here. And since we're making two different types of bark, let's make one rectangle right here and a second rectangle right here. And they don't have to be perfect rectangles because this is homemade after all. Yeah, a little bit more. Okay, and then Go ahead and get this one out over here, and then we'll shape them up. Scrape all of it out. And you can get all of the sides so we get all of the chocolate coming out. Oops, that's okay. Perfect. Okay, yeah, now kind of spread it out with your spatula into kind of a rectangle. Yeah, so get the little thin areas, spread it around a little bit more, and it can be a random shape. It breaks into random sized pieces. Yeah, let me kind of shape it up a little bit more of like a rectangle by doing this. And then this kind of puts like a little swirl in it that looks nice too. Well, that's a good thickness. And then this one, same thing. Yeah, that's okay. It's not an exact measurement.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead. We have our peppermint sprinkles. I'm just gonna kind of take a few in my fingers and sprinkle them on top. Don't mix them in, just sprinkle them on top. It looks so much prettier that way. Go ahead, I'll let you finish that one. And then I'll take some of our chopped up random candies and get those ready for the next one. Looks great. I think that's good. You don't have to use all of it. Okay, and then I'm gonna randomly put candy pieces on this. This is kind of messy. You could even put broken up pretzels on here, or little teddy bear crackers, or even cereal pieces, or dried fruits. Okay, there you go. Now all we have to do is let it harden. It will harden in a few minutes if you just let it sit out at room temperature, maybe 20 or 30 minutes, depending on how warm it is in your house. Or you can put it in the refrigerator or the freezer and speed up the process by a lot. Then it'll be ready in about 5 minutes. Okay, our peppermint bark and our candy bark have been in the freezer about 5 minutes, and I checked them just by kind of lifting up a little corner to make sure it was all a solid piece, and it is. So it's great, it's ready to break into bark. So that's kind of a fun part. All you do is just break it. Usually we don't like to break up food, but with bark, that's exactly what we do. Just break off a chunk and then make it into just random sized pieces, just like that. You wanna go ahead and break up the peppermint bark, and I'll go ahead and get our candy bark.
It's sticky.
It is kind of sticky. There we go. Break it up into random pieces like that and put it on a plate. Okay, let's try a bite. So good. So great tip about making any kind of bark is heat your chocolate super gently. There's directions on the package. You can do it in the microwave, or you can do it on top of simmering water on the stove like I did. But either way, don't be impatient and put it up on medium, high, or high. Do it on low so you don't burn your chocolate. See you next time in my kitchen. Bye.